Michael Jose Jamal was bigger than most of the boys. He was taller than his dad. He always seemed mad, and he liked making whole lots of noise. He loved his grandmother, who had moved far away. He had a little sister, but she died one day. His mother was sad, got very sick. His father was around, but they just didn't click. He stayed to himself almost all of the time, and he knew only one way to get $1 or a dime. Looking mean, he would say, "Give me what you got. Give it to me now, or I'll hurt you a lot." One day, he was eating some candy he took. His teacher came over and gave him a book. It had stories and paintings and a whole lot more. He had never gotten a present this special before. The big boy looked up, but didn't know what to say. The teacher just smiled and went on his way. The children all saw this, but couldn't understand why. Why someone who scared them would sit there and cry. Michael Jose Jamal was bigger than most of the boys. He always looked mad, but he was just feeling bad. So he cried out with all of that noise. In the classroom, the teacher made a circle of chairs. The big boy in the middle had to face all their stares. Each child in the circle had to say something they knew, something good about the boy, something positive and true. "He can reach the top shelf. I wish I was that tall. He caught a little kid when he started to fall. When he took things from me, he never hurt me one time. He seems scary and rough, but that's not a crime." Michael Jose Jamal sat and heard all they had to say. At first looking down and wearing a frown, he wished he had stayed home that day. But he was surprised to find out they didn't hate him at all, just scared what he might do when he came down the hall. He couldn't imagine they saw anything good. He was considered a bully in his neighborhood. When they all finished saying the things they had to say, the big boy's mean look started to melt away. He told them about his mom, grandmother, and dad, how he sure missed his sisters, how he really felt bad. As he told his whole story, it made some children cry. They had sad stories too, so they could understand why. Why, when you are hurting with no one to talk to, you can find mean, ugly things to say and to do. What the boy and his classmates learned on that day came from a teacher who went out of his way. He made friends with someone that no one thought well of, and he showed all the children how to surround him with love. We all must remember, because this is so true. When someone hurts others, he's hurting too. If someone is hurting, we must think with our heart. To send them some love is a good place to start. So for a classroom or a family or a village to win, we can circle the person's heart and help it to mend. Michael Jose Jamal is still bigger than most of the boys, but with the new friends he had, he could not stay sad. So he stopped making all of that noise. Thank you. Thank you so much.